Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. While we were traveling through Japan, we had a number of memorable dining experiences, and one we'd like to discuss was Teppanyaki Yoshiya in Kyoto, where we went for Chris's birthday. Teppanyaki is a style of restaurant in which personalized service is a feature of your meal. It resembles the hibachi style steakhouse you may have tried in the US, except it's less about the performance and more about the quality of the food. So there is no onion volcano. The chef will not be clanging his knives and utensils on the flat top or tossing cooked shrimp into your mouth. He's there to cook, and that's it. By the way, you'll notice the volume on the video is off. Turns out the fan for the hood over the flat top was loud enough that, coupled with the music and the conversations of other diners, you can't really hear us talking in the video clip, so we're doing this in voiceover. We started off with a black truffle agedashi tofu, which is soft tofu gently braised in a dashi broth infused with tiny shavings of black truffle. It's extremely delicate and refined, and the fine shavings of truffle were just enough to give you little spikes of stronger flavor. Now, not everyone is a fan of the texture of silken tofu, so I can sort of understand if you might not like the sort of flan-like consistency of this dish, but I really enjoyed it. A small bowl of miso soup was paired with a tempura fried white asparagus with egg yolk and Parmesan cheese. Tempura, when done right, is light and crispy without a lot of oiliness, and so the egg yolk is necessary to add the richness that just isn't there with the fry oil, because they did it right. And the added nutty character and salt from the Parmesan paired really well. A more substantial starter dish is the Sukiyaki, thinly sliced beef cooked for less than a minute and dunked in a slightly sweet umami sauce before being plated with dashi braised vegetables and a raw egg yolk. Very flavorful, and again, the egg yolk adds a richness that makes this taste even more luxurious. But because there is raw egg, the texture is slippery and might not be everybody's cup of tea. Again, I loved it. Next comes the main course: Japanese filet of A5 Wagyu beef. You'll notice they not only presented us with the meat itself that they were going to be cooking, but also the certificate they received when they bought it, certifying that this is A5 grade Omi Wagyu beef. This is a hallmark of a quality establishment. There are a lot of places that purport to sell Wagyu in Japan that maybe they do, maybe they don't. So this is a good sign. They provided us with a small condiment dish with coarse salt, black and white pepper, freshly grated wasabi, and fried garlic chips. This course is the reason the meal cost as much as it did, and trying not to break the bank, I had opted for the 70-gram option, which is why this fillet and point he's just placed on the flat top is for both of us. It's paired with some pretty, but sometimes unidentifiable vegetable sides. The olive drab cube with dots was difficult to identify. I initially thought it was some sort of mochi with, I think, crispy rice on the outside, but it was softer and less chewy than the mochi I've come to expect, so it may have been some sort of mountain yam. I don't know. The flavor was good, but hard to identify. It wasn't bitter like matcha, even though it's green, but it wasn't strongly vegetal either. Hint of umami. In addition to this cube, there was a sautéed green as well, possibly some version of bok choy or choy sum. There was a small salad at some point and a dessert, neither of which were particularly memorable, and I completely neglected to record either one of them. Sorry. So, what's the bottom line on this meal? Was it worth the money? Yes. A real teppanyaki experience is something you can't really get any other way, and even though we went slightly cheap, around $120 a person, there are places that are easily 5 times that amount, the Wagyu was as good as expected. The rest of the meal? Let's just say that we were whelmed. There was absolutely nothing wrong with any of it, but it wasn't as special as I hoped it would be. Still worth doing and worth doing again, but perhaps at another restaurant.